The situation in Afghanistan took over the campaign. The desperate attempt to rescue people continues. This is a humanitarian crisis. Now Canadian Special Forces are on the ground. They are leaving the relative safety of the Kabul airport and I say relative safety, by the way, in an effort to rescue Afghans who can't make it to the aircraft. All this comes, as the Taliban says, all Western military forces must be out of the country by August 31st, just 8 days away. So there's no information on the number of personnel or the specifics of the mission for obvious security reasons. All officials will say is they're having some success in getting more Afghans to safety. Justin Trudeau is taking part in a G7 meeting tomorrow on the crisis, today agreeing to sanctions against the Taliban. We'll see if that's even close to enough. All that news comes as the Defense Minister, Harjit Sajjan, tweeted out an update on Canada's evacuation efforts in Afghanistan, saying an evacuation flight departed Kabul yesterday carrying 436 Canadian and Afghan nationals destined for this country. Hundreds of those passengers have already been transferred to another waiting flight, and they are en route to Canada now. That brings the total number of people evacuated by Canada to more than 1,500. But again, we're trying to get 20,000 out. What does it mean to have Canadian troops outside the wire, as it's called, to facilitate the evacuation effort? What more needs to be done to help? Let's bring in retired general and the former commander of the NATO-led International Security Assistance Force in Kabul and the former chief of the defense staff, Rick Hillier, to get his perspective. General Hillier, I always thank you for your service to the country. You know the situation well. What's your sense of having special forces on the ground and what they may be doing outside the wire, outside the airport?
Well, Evan, first of all, I'm delighted that they're on the ground. They've been there for a while, and I stress that I have not talked to any government officials or military officials, but I have lots of sources. They've been there for a while, but they've been locked up inside of the airport perimeter. They went out as of today, and yesterday we had Afghan Canadian interpreters within 100 meters of the airport, and they could not get in there, and our troops could not go outside. What they do is they go out and they start making contact with the people that we want to get out, identifying who is in Kabul, who's around the area, where they're located, and then start looking at routes to that airport and the way that they can get those people into Kabul International Airport onto one of our flights and out. And yeah, I know a flight came out today with 400 people on it. That's good. I'd like to see 10 flights come out with 400 people on each of them, because the folks that are left there, let's be really, really clear here. They're in huge danger for their lives, and people are going to die because of our bureaucratic approach to this up till now. I'm delighted to see the Special Forces troopers out there. Who dares wins is a very real slogan for those troops, and they can make things happen, and let's use them to the extent we possibly can.
Okay, you say who dares wins. Some countries like France have got way more people out, so have the U.S. They've got embassies open, they've got diplomatic staff there. Ours is all closed. What do you mean when you say our bureaucratic approach before has really mucked things up? What has Canada got wrong, and what do we need to do to get it right to save some lives?
Evan, we've been slow as cold molasses on this one. Our bureaucratic approach to identifying the people, having them fill out paperwork, was absolutely clumsy. It was so complicated. I looked at some of the papers they were asked to fill out and some of the identifications that they were asked to provide. And I would have had great difficulty doing it here in this great peaceful country of ours, let alone in a war-torn country when you're on the run, where identification and papers are not easy to come by. But we made it extremely difficult, and now at the last moment, we're racing to try and catch up and get people out. And I do hope that we are successful, and we can't depend completely on our special forces there. We've got to work with our allies, but the British and French have been outside of Kabul International Airport now for days, if not several weeks, and they've been hugely successful. We've got to work with our international allies. Can I say that the road to doing anything in Afghanistan runs through Islamabad? So if I had three priorities for Canada, NATO, the UN, or the G7, it would be Pakistan, Pakistan, Pakistan. Because it wasn't the Taliban that defeated the Afghan security forces. It was the Taliban supported and led and set up for success by the Inter-Services Intelligence Agency of Pakistan. So we've got to really come at Pakistan on this one. We've got to come at it as a collective internationally. Canada doesn't have to carry. We're not going to make a difference there internationally, but we can get our allies like the Americans and the Brits and the French and the Germans to do so. And so we've got to come at Pakistan hard on this one. and make that date of 31 August, where the Taliban say they want international forces out, make them change that. From what I hear from people on the ground, the Taliban do not want to fight with Western military forces. They know what happened in 2001 and 2002. And so they may talk some strong language or use some strong language. They don't want to fight with us. And if we're robust enough in our approach, we can get a lot of the people out and maybe save the lives that we want to save. These are our Afghans. They're our Canadian supporters, and we'd love to have them here in Canada. Most importantly, we'd love to have them safe.
Yeah, let me just go back to that. The G7's meeting tomorrow about that. They've already talked about sanctions against the Taliban, and that's why I said kind of for what it's worth, because unless those sanctions, as you say, extend to Pakistan, and it's something for 20 years that the Allies haven't done much about Pakistan and the influence on the Taliban, those sanctions might be useless. So you'd say that G7 meeting, they got to aim some diplomatic fire at Pakistan. But just quickly, let's go over this. The August 31st date is absolutely critical. Should Canada be pushing to keep forces on the ground long past that date?
Oh, absolutely. We're not going to be able to get the people out that we want by the 31st of August. And so let's push for past that date. Let's be upfront, aggressive, and tough with the Taliban. Again, I say they remember what happened in 2001 and 2002. They don't want to take us on in a fight where international military forces come in and hit hard and then bring out the people that we want. The international effort, look, don't waste time aiming economic sanctions or sanctions of any kind at the Taliban. I mean, they've got more riches now by having taken over much of the country with all the treasure that they found there than they had ever dreamed of before. Aim at Pakistan. That's where you will influence Afghanistan, not through Kabul, but through Islamabad and the Pakistani government, and get the international partners on side with that one. But we've also got to aim at that shorter term. I hope this time, Evan, that we don't just cut all relations, even though we've said the Taliban is a terrorist group and we know they're brutal. But you know something, if we're going to have any chance of influencing how they rule and govern the parts of Afghanistan that they have now sort of taken control of, we've got to maintain some kind of communications with them, at least up to a point where finally we say, no, it doesn't work and it goes against everything we believe in. But don't cut everything off right now. I'm glad to see that the British and the French have left their embassies open, and they will at least have some influence on the Taliban that may recognize the world 20 years later is different now than what it was in 2001. Right. Aim at Pakistan.
I'll just point out, Taliban listed as a terrorist organization, but many countries are saying, yeah, we will sanction them, we call them terrorists, but we still got to talk to them for practical reasons, and those reasons are obviously lives on the ground. Just last question for you. A lot of folks are wondering, why this mad scramble? Like, why didn't we get, our mission ended a decade ago. Why didn't we get our Canadian Afghans home earlier? Did they not want to come? Was it the complete collapse of the country under the Taliban due to the American pullout? In your mind, just give me your quick diagnosis of what the hell went wrong here.
Most of those Afghan interpreters, they all love Afghanistan. There's a love in every Afghan's heart for their country. They don't particularly want to leave, but they all love Canada also. And they would all love to come to our great country because they see here that they can have a life and realize their own potential and have a life for their family that is so immeasurably better than anything that they could hope for before. So they would want to Canada. That's not why they're not here. Secondly, the collapse of the country and the Afghan security forces took place so quickly following what was a terrible plan from the United States of America to just all of a sudden up and leave. And that knocked the last sort of straw out from underneath the Afghan security forces. That rapid collapse has made it more difficult. But thirdly, our slowness and our clumsiness in responding has not helped either. And I'm glad to see the proactive steps right now. I watch what the Brits are doing. They recalled Parliament. They've discussed this. They've actually pressured the Americans in a very real and direct way by having Parliament do it. I'd say, look, delay our election. Put it on pause here for about a month. Let's look after this humanitarian crisis. Look after the 20,000 people that we owe so much to, who saved the lives of our sons and daughters in so many, many ways. Get that part done, then go back to the election if we really need to.
Right. By the way, I know Annamie Paul, Green Party leader, had called for that. I just tell people, once Parliament is dissolved for an election, it cannot meet until it is recalled. So you'd have to, that would be a constitutional feat to do. But you're right. I'm getting letters every day from people in Kabul desperate to get out. It is a horrific situation. There's many, many veterans like you, retired General Rick Hillier, working to help out. And I'm glad this is on the front burner issue. We always thank you for your service and your time, sir. Thanks.
Evan, thank you. These are just mechanics, Evan. We can do it if we set our mind to it. Thank you.